Welcome to United Social Television, guys. As you know, Manchester United is playing a team known as Arsenal on a day known as Sunday. That is the first. Is it the first? Yes. I think Manchester United is hosting Arsenal at Old Trafford on Sunday, and Sunday I think it's going to be the first the 1st of November. That's when Manchester United is hosting Arsenal at Old Trafford. The game is going to be played at 19:30 hours at Old Trafford. And I think, guys, we are all really waiting for this game to happen because we are very anxious. We anticipate a lot into this game. And because of the anticipations that we have into this game, that's why managers really do hold press conferences, all presses, a day or 2 days to the beginning or this game to be played. Now, the presser of Manchester United against Arsenal was held by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer close to some hours back, close to 3-4 hours back. And that's what I'm to bring you here on United Social Television, the presser of Ole against Arsenal. He has talked a lot of many things. Talk of Pogba's form, of which I don't agree with him. However much he has created 2 assists in two Champions League games, that is of PSG and that of the game of RB Leipzig. But he doesn't help us when we don't have the ball. You get on the ball, he helps us sometimes, but most times he's sluggish. He throws the ball, and off the ball, he's worse. That's why I would prefer to play Danny Van Beek instead of Pogba. And in my next video, it's going to be my predicted lineup of Manchester United against Arsenal. So you guys get ready for it. But let's go straight into the presser and what Ole really came on and said. Ole first commented about the Arsenal manager, that is Arteta, and he said that any manager would need some time to put his principles and play. He's already won a trophy with them, and you can see what he's doing. You can see he's got his own ideas, and that he's also worked under a top manager before. And the top manager here is meaning he's Pep Guardiola. When you are at the start of your career as a manager and you can start winning already, it's a great foundation to build from, and they really found a manager who wants the best for the club. That's what already went on to say about Arsenal, and he praised Ole Gunnar. He praised the man known as Arteta, him having won the FA Cup and the Community Shield. This his first season at Arsenal. He thinks he's really going to be a good manager for Arsenal, and Arsenal really needs a coach like him. And it's good really to have a board that believes in you and to put points on the board, and it's so early. That's what he said. Ole, he went on to talk about the rivalry between Manchester United and Arsenal. He said that when I played, it was between us and Arsenal to win the league. That was a very fierce rivalry. There are sorts of stories about what happened. That's passion, the excitement, importance of those games. We knew if we beat Arsenal and we took 6 points off them, that would be us winning the league, and vice versa. Some unbelievable games, some fond memories, some bad memories. There is still a rivalry and history, but we don't think about them all anymore as our rivalries. We just need to put points on the board, and it's so early. Anyway, so Ole really went on to comment about the rivalry between Manchester United and Arsenal. Those who have been supporting Manchester United for a way back, you can really come out and know that Manchester United really had a very big rivalry between Arsenal and them. And Ole said what really brought that rivalry was all about that if at all United really got 6 points off Arsenal, they were sure that they are going to win the Premier League. But nowadays, that's not the case, and it's too early into the season, and it's very hard to judge whether winning Arsenal both games will really grant us a trophy. And it's really, a lot of things have changed in between 2013 and 2020. 2013 is when Manchester United last won their Premier League trophy against Sir Alex Ferguson. That was his last season at Old Trafford, and we really won the Champions League with the likes of Van Persie, Wayne Rooney, Rio Ferdinand, Nemanja Vidic, very many players, Patrice Evra, Ryan Giggs. I think Ryan Giggs is one of the players that really enjoyed a very good time at Manchester United because each and every trophy that a man known as Sir Alex Ferguson won, Ryan Giggs has a foot or a touch or a contribution to it. So he's really a good legend at Manchester United. So guys, thank you for watching in. We are into the presser of Ole against Arsenal. And he went ahead to say Solskjaer on injuries. He said Alex Telles won't be ready. So apart from that, I would think everyone else looks like he's ready. He went ahead to say that players like Romero and Jones are back into training and he really expects the best from them as they really train. And I think Lingard is the only player that's really missing out. He was asked about what he thinks on Manchester United really going into for the title race. He said, I think football has developed and so many clubs have developed strength in depth and the ability to challenge for trophies, even though last season you had two teams running away with it. I think this season a lot of us just underneath them would hope to put up a challenge back. Then it was us, all Arsenal, and then Chelsea came through. Now it's more exciting for me and the fans that it's not out of them, these two. Anything can happen this season with what's happening around the world, and we're just taking one game at a time. Yes, that's a very good reply for Ole. I think he made it clear by the press conference he made this first interview as a Manchester United manager. He said they are here to win trophies. He's here absolutely that Manchester United really goes ahead to win trophies. And guy, trust me, Manchester United will really win these trophies with Ole. If at all this team really he's left as a coach, and I think no more threats of Ole out. And I am now 100% sure that Ole is going to finish this season with Manchester United because of our performance in the Champions League and our improvement into the Premier League. Ole is destined really to stay at United and even finish third. He can even win the title because it's open. Liverpool having got two serious injuries, that is Virgil van Dijk and Fabinho. They look like they're out of the race. Trust me, their games Liverpool has been winning because of Fabinho and Virgil van Dijk. So I think a lot of things really have to really happen. And by the time we go into the transfer window for them to go in and get a player known as Upamecano or any other person to play in the midfield section of Liverpool, I think they are not going to really give us a very big gap as they gave us the previous season. Yes, being close to 30 points clear away from us. That was really a very bad gap, guys. It was really bad, and never expect such things to happen again at Manchester United. So, guys, thank you for watching. We are still into the presser of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer of Manchester United against the team known as Arsenal. He said that United has really made a very good progress over the last year. Well, we keep on working hard. We want to develop. We want to improve. It's not up to me to say how far we've come, but I've been very pleased with the response after what we did early on this season. We knew we had to hang in early on and try to get points on the board because we were far behind. Now we feel fit and strong and competitive in every game. That's what Ole really said. Ole on the diamond formation, well, it's different. It different demands, it different systems. We are still in the same call. We are still in the same. Call it the same principles of Manchester United fullback. You need to be good at defending and going forward. We need assists and goals from them. That's Aaron Bissaka and Luke Shaw. Both of them have played and developed, and we won't really have wide. We don't really have wide wingers like Giggs and David Beckham, and we are more dependent on fullbacks coming on and giving us with it. So Ole really called upon for the likes of Aaron Bissaka and Luke Shaw really to come in and really put in assists and goals because United doesn't play with wide wingers like they used to play, like David Beckham and Ryan Giggs. Remember those wingers that United really need to fill. But he said that we call upon our defenders really to come in and put up goals and create chances and bag in those goals. He said about the diamond that's Manchester United, and United really has players that can suit in each and every system, and we don't know which system is really going to play with against Arsenal, because the Diamond really did well against RB Leipzig, but I don't know whether he's going to keep that system alive when play a team known as Arsenal on Sunday. But he called upon a lot of the fullbacks of Manchester United, Aaron Bissaka and Luke Shaw, really to raise up the occasion to give us what we deserve. On Paul Pogba's position at Manchester United, he said Paul Pogba can do everything on the ball, pitch more or less. He can play long passes, get into the box, arrive into the box, play combination outside the box, but he played really well. He did not impact the game versus Leipzig. We love to see him driving forward and affecting the game. What has been the case with Pogba after being injured and ill for so long? It is about getting fitness, getting the sharpness back, and fitter is more he can do. Yes, he can do a lot for Manchester United, and I believe in what Ole is saying. But my problem is one with Pogba, that he really, I don't see him as a player that is, I don't see him as an impactful player at Manchester United. Guys, if you don't agree with me, I'm sorry. But for my case, I don't see Pogba as an impactful player at Manchester United, because him being at United and really bringing in a lot of things. Guys, you can hear the conversation and tell me what you think about Pogba. Although Ole is really praising him, but I think Danny Van Beek can offer us a lot more than Pogba. That's what I think. All the problem is Pogba needs to be played in the diamond with Bruno Fernandes, Danny Van Beek, and Bruno Fernandes and Danny Van Beek. I think Ole should try that diamond and see whether Pogba can really be alive in our system, because I don't really see Pogba really as an impactful player at Manchester United. For the close to 5 years he's been at Manchester United, he has never had an impactful year. The other year, when Mourinho left, when he scored 14 goals, he had close to 8 penalties. You get? But I think Pogba is a more talented player, a world-class player, and I think on his day he's really that player that each and every person will really admire to be in his team. But when are we going to know that this is going to be Pogba's day? That's my problem with Paul Pogba. I think United needs to get off Paul Pogba, sell him to Real Madrid, and get us some other 2 serious midfielders in the level of Danny Van Beek. Because if at all we can get Danny Van Beek at £40 million, that means you can get that means you can get more players at Manchester United that are very good and cheaper. In Paul Pogba, we can get 2 more midfielders, trust me. Although Ole is backing him, but I think his decision making sometimes that the ball really is lacking. Solskjaer went ahead to show his disappointment in the 5 rule that was scrapped by the Premier League. Remember, when we came back from the lockdown and Premier League resumed, each and every team in the Premier League had to make 5 substitutions, and that really helped Ole. And Ole really said, why does UEFA really take 5-player substitution, and Premier League really makes them 3? And Mourinho really came out as a critic of this VAR, no, substitution, 5 substitutions, because he said it only favors a team that has a wide squad. And for a team like Spurs that have a wide squad, they are affected. But he was asked that who failed you to have a wide squad? Who stopped you from having a depth in your squad? So Mourinho really came out as a critic to that, but he was really answered with a very good answer that I really like. So Manchester United really came up and did lots of things together into the resume of the Premier League break, and Ole really was helped a lot by the 5 rule substitution, but it's off, and he really foamed and said the Premier League really bad. He said, I can see the point why clubs voted against, but if you take a step back and think about the professional footballers and their mental and physical health, I think the only sensible solution would have been to give us the opportunity to rest a few more. We have already seen lots of injuries. Pep has spoken about it. We as managers and the club medical staff have a lot after them, and that's why we have to rest players at certain times. I would have liked to have 5 substitutions into the Premier League. That's what Ole really came and recommended and said he would love to have 5 substitutions into the Premier League. Ole went ahead and praised the squad depth of Manchester United and said, at the moment we are looking like a Manchester United squad. I've got opportunities, competition for places, and any successful team in the modern era of football, we have the option to rest players, to rotate, and that is probably the only way you can last in the most intense season in the world. And also with the Champions League involved, you want to go for the trophies. He too commented on Freddie's form and said that he's got incredible attributes and we are seeing the better side of Freddie. Definitely, we waited for it. He played a fantastic season last season and did what we wanted from him. He's a humble boy, works really hard, and he said after the game he missed a couple of passes, but that's in his genes to look to improve and look at his own performance. His high energy, he's little, but his point of gravity, his balance is fantastic. He's so sharp, wins the balls, and can play a good pass. Delighted with his development. That's all for you, saying that he is in love with what Freddie Rodriguez is really giving to the team. Smash a like on this video, comment and share as we go deep into this. And Ole, you know, Ole is making he's playing his 100th game for Manchester United as we play Arsenal, and he said Arsenal is always gonna be a difficult one because they are a very good team with a good manager who has got great ideas on how football should be played, and I'm looking forward to it. Surprised it's 100 games, it's gonna really quickly, even though a lot has happened. So let's wait, and I can celebrate my 100th game with a good performance and a good result, and I've enjoyed it so far. And I think Ole is really going to get a win against Arsenal. That is also going to go into the match preview that I'm going to do, but I think Ole will really go and get a win. Ole also went ahead to comment about how Manchester United reacted after the 6-1 loss against Spurs. He said, I think any result as a brutal, I think it was a brutal and we would have to get a response, and of course it has been dealt with internally. We've tracked a couple of things, got players fit. I think the manner of the defeat wasn't something we should ever have to be confronted with again. Then again, things happen in football these days, and the response has been fantastic, and that's what I'm concerned about, because we wanted to finish the season as soon as we could and move forward. So that's what Ole really said, that they dealt with this internally. He sat with the players and he made them fit. He told them that let not our fans really see us being embarrassed again like we did or like Arsenal did. And he said this should happen again into our season. So in summary, this is what Ole said in his pre-match conference of Arsenal, of Manchester United hosting Arsenal. He said he spoke about Arsenal and Mikel Arteta as he searches for a first win versus the Gunners as the United boss. Remember the first one he really lost to Arsenal. The first one he drew, that was 1-1 at Old Trafford when he traveled to Arsenal's pitch. We lost 2-0. Ole praised the form of Paul Pogba and Freddie among other players. He went ahead to say that there are more reflections on the RB Leipzig win and the diamond formation that United used. Solskjaer slammed the Premier League for scrapping the last season's 5 substitution rule. He revealed Phil Jones and Sergio Romero were back in training with Manchester United. He gave the latest team news injuries, and Alex Telles added when because he's suffering from COVID-19. So that's the press conference of Ole that he really went up to, as Manchester United is going to play against a team known as Arsenal on the weekend, and that is Sunday, and that is the game that really Manchester United needs to win, really, to see to it that we really show our fans that we are really up to it and we are ready to face anything that's really going to happen at Old Trafford. So Ole really came up and said all that into the press conference, and thank you guys for watching it. I'm Rokan at United Social Television. Thank you guys for watching it. Smash a like on this video, comment and share as you show me some love. Smash a like on this video as we are into this. I'm Rokan for United Social Television. You can also leave your comments or your reaction to Ole's presser. But me, he, as Rokan, attributed to this television, I think Ole really has done something good for the team. Our comeback has really been great, and I see that we are really going to get a win. And I think Ole has really got back his winning formula. And I think he tested the diamond against a team known as RB Leipzig, and it really worked out well. And let's hope that Ole really gets more formations. But this formation is really good because it can field Pogba, Danny Van Beek, and Bruno Fernandes. So I think it's really a good formation for Ole, and his reaction onto to Alex Telles being away and other players really coming on. I think the squad is now okay, and he said this is what he wanted. And for any squad to go in and compete for trophies in world football, it needs to have a depth in squad, and this depth really leads to players to be competing for places. And competition for places means what? Means each and every player who is given a chance by the manager will come out and give us his best. So that it is, guys. I'm Rokan for United Social Television. I'm signing out. Smash a like on this video, comment and share. For those that have not yet subscribed, really go ahead and subscribe into this channel, because we'll always be bringing you the latest news of Manchester United. It's a Manchester United fan channel, guys. Thank you for watching in. I'm out.